Hey guys, I'm really sorry I can't be there today. I'm going to go over some stuff here that you have to know. Hopefully yesterday you went over what an arithmetic sequence and series was about just a little bit. Here's some stuff about geometric sequences. I'm going to make this short and sweet, so pay attention. Arithmetic on the right means that the difference between each term is the same. In this case it was plus 3 each time. That is an arithmetic sequence where d would equal 3, if you remember from last time. A geometric sequence is the same idea, but instead of adding or subtracting, you're multiplying or dividing, so that the ratio between any two consecutive terms has to be the same. For instance, if I do negative 3 divided by 6, that would be the same as 1.5 divided by negative 3. That would be the same as negative 0.75 divided by 1.5. In all cases, my ratio, or my R, is negative 1/2. Geometric sequences have a ratio that is common between every term. Arithmetic sequences have a difference that is common between every term. So here's a common situation where they give us the first term of a series or a sequence. When you see u of 1 like I have here, they're saying that the first term is the number 7. The rate or the ratio is 3. That means every term after that you keep multiplying by 3. So the first number is going to be 7. The second number is going to be 21. The third number is going to be a higher number than that. And it'll keep going every time you multiply by 7. They are asking us to find the fifth number. Well, there is a simple formula for that. The formula should be on your screen here. It is u of n equals u of 1 times the rate to n minus 1. N is just whichever one you're trying to find. We're trying to find the fifth term on this one. So for our problem, n equals 5. So when we plug in what we want, u of n would be like u of 5 equals u of 1 we know is 7 times the rate they told us is 3, and n minus 1, since n is 5, then n minus 1 would be 4. So we type that in the calculator, and on this particular problem, u of 5 equals 567. Boom. The next type of problem you have to know how to do is to find a partial sum. So if we want to find the k partial sum, k is just replacing n. K and n are going to go back and forth all the time. We're trying to find the sum of the first k terms. In this case, k is 11, so we want the sum of the first 11 terms. If we were going to add them all up, 2 plus the next term plus the next term plus the next term, all the way to the 11th term. This is a pretty simple formula. The formula for this is, it's really weird looking. It looks like this. That is the summation symbol. From n equals 1 to k, u of n equals u of 1 times 1 minus the rate to the kth power over 1 minus the rate. You don't have to know the formula, you just have to know how to use it. I'm going to change color here because I'm running out of room so you can kind of see clearly what's going on. So we know u of 1 is 2. We know that the rate is 1.5, so that'll be 2 times 1 minus 1.5, and we know that k is 11 over 1 minus 1.5. Type that in your calculator. After I typed it in my calculator, I would normally like it as a fraction, but this did not turn into a fraction, so 341.99 would be the answer. Easy breezy, awesome. The next type of problem is when you are not explicitly given the rate. We are told the first term is 5. We are told the second term is negative 30. R will always equal u of n divided by u of n minus 1. What that means is it is always the higher number 1. So in this case, u of n would be u of 2 divided by u of 1, which would be 5. Any two consecutive terms is good enough, because they should all have the same ratio. So the first and second term are 5 and negative 30, so we're going to do negative 30 divided by 5, which is negative 6. That is my rate. And you can test it out. What is negative 6 times 5? It's negative 30, so it works. So r on this problem is -6. We know that u of 1 is 5. If you remember our formula from before, u of n always equals u of 1 times the rate to the n minus 1. Well, we're trying to find the fifth term. So u of 5 equals u of 1, which they told us is 5, times the rate, which is -6, to the, we're doing n minus 1. Well, n equals 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. Parentheses, hugely important. Type that in your calculator. If you did it correctly, you're going to get 6480. Good job. Pat your partner on the back. Here's the last type of problem. I really need you to know how to do all 5 types, guys. I know you can do it. This is an easy situation. It's one we've done before, but they didn't give us u of 1 this time. Well, guess what? We can get u of 1. U of 1 is just when n equals 1. You plug it in. So 1/2 to the first power is 1/2. Times 5 would be 5/2. U of 1 equals 5/2. Then it's just back to this formula that we used earlier. So the sum up until n, in this case is 10. Remember, n and k, basically you're going to do the same number, but we want to go to the 10th term in this situation. So that is going to be u of 1, which we just said is 5/2, times 1 minus the rate. Oh, by the way, the number that is raised to the exponent, always your rate. So our rate here is 1/2 to the k. That's our 10. All over 1 minus 1/2. Boom. I got it. Type it in your calculator. After I typed it in, again, I tried to hit that FD, get me a good fraction. It wouldn't do it. So I'm left with 4.995. That's it, guys.